So, wife says to husband, our new neighbor always kisses his wife every morning before he goes to work. Why don't you do that? So husband replies, how can I? I don't even know her. So silver wedding anniversary, 25 years, quarter of a century. What an achievement, right? So I think we should all toast our glasses to Andrew and Sandra. So in fact, just to say, as you know now, I'm not going to be toasting at the end of my speech because I believe we should keep the fluid going because there's so many things we can celebrate with this couple. So consider your wand, make sure you keep your glasses full. So I've known Sandra, my goodness, over 40 years. That's a scary number. So it's really hard to just try to find a story to share this evening. So I'm going to share a few. When I think of this couple, there's actually three personas of Sandra that pop up in my mind. And where's Andrew? Trust me, you are in the picture. I'll come to you. But of course, it's all about Sandra. So I suppose start back in the old days, when we were little. What could we think of Sandra? The most image that popped up in my mind is our sports girl, Sandra. Athletics, netball, swimming, hockey. I was trying to think which sport she doesn't play at school. Well, I participated in a lot and not good at any. So I have to say, I actually wasn't close to Sandra until the end of DGS. In fact, it was that last summer of DGS where we both were in the Hong Kong Ambassador Program. And I remember then Auntie Rita would tirelessly drive us to Ocean Park for most of those days in that summer. So we were 17, 18-year-old girls giggling most of the days. So those were the fun, fond memories. So to that, thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Auntie Rita. So let's toast to our sports girl, our Gale妹. Cheers to Sandra. Sandra, go. So fast forward, for those who are her social media friends, we would have all noticed the latest, most outstanding diva image of our Sandra, our dancing queen, Sandra. So I remember Sandra developed her passion for ballroom dancing since she moved to Shanghai. And watching on the sideline, our Andrew really allows me to recognize to have a successful long-term marriage, it requires not just a lot of love, but a lot of support of each other. So our young people in the room, take notes, because happy wife, happy life. Our Andrew embraced his wife's passion for dancing so much. If you've seen tonight, he has developed a few pretty nasty steps of his own. So again, I'm thirsty again, so let's toast to our dancing couple, Sandra and Andrew. But for me, the one image that's most close to my heart is our Sandra the Moat, the mother of twins. So like I said, Andrew, you're definitely in this picture. Because Sandra can't be the moat without Andrew. And I remember in the early days when Andrew came in the picture. And I thought, oh, okay, another DBS boy. I mean, we all know Sandra had that track record of dating the DBS, just to say. But anyway, this one's different. 佢係一個high quality MIT engine 佬嚟嘅喎。 slightly different. But at the beginning, it was hard to get to know Andrew because he couldn't get a word in. Among our right, as he said. We are that group of friends. So, but finally, because he could cut through to have a few words. So we did warm up to him. He is funny, he's witty, he's smart. So I could see why he swept Sandra off her feet and turned her into a mold. And I remember that one day I got a phone call for Sandra. She was so excited telling me, hey, the twins are coming home. As you saw the pictures, right? They spent quite a number of weeks in the hospital in San Francisco. So Sandra said, okay, come up, you're gonna drive up with Brendan and we're gonna play babies. Because my little boy was just 4 months older than the twins. So I became pretty proficient in changing cloth diapers. Because I was living in Santa Cruz, and for those who know Santa Cruz, it's a pretty greeny, we don't use disposable diapers. So I said, okay, I'll come up. And that was April 1996, the first time I met the twins. And I remember walking into the house. Sandra was breastfeeding Marcus, and Auntie Rita was sitting next to him in the sofa with Sean. And she said to me, okay, come on, let's show me how to change the nappies, change the diapers. So Auntie Rita got up and put Sean on the change table. And I walked up, I started changing Sean. And I remember holding those legs in my hands. That moment of that feeling of those legs in my hand has forever imprinted in my heart. Because the twins are they're so tiny. They were precious. They were very fragile. And they had a lot of challenges. Quite a few. And these two, they were the A-team. Because just think about, you don't have to be parents. When your kids had a cold or a fever, as parents, we try our best. We want to give them, try to make them feel better. But for these two, it's just the hardest than most of us would experience. But they were the A-team. They were determined. They were so devoted, as we saw some of those images from the video. So some of you may ask, so how did they travel in that parenthood journey? So I'd like to ask Marcus and Sean, where are you? Stand up. So the testament of this couple, of their love, of the relationship. So to that, let's toast Sandra and Andrew. Congratulations on your 25 years of marriage. Cheers. Thank you.